My name is, of course, Adam. Welcome back to day 2, another video. Let's get straight into it. It is the match preview ahead of Everton's game against Preston away from Goodison Park. The second to last game of the pre-season campaign is set to go after next week, Roma, and we've got 2 more weeks. 2 weeks tomorrow is when the Premier League returns back, where Everton will be facing Premier League side Brighton. Sorry about that. So let's get straight into it. So in goal, I'm going to go with João Virginia. Right back, I'm going to go with Seamus Coleman, Ashley Young, and if he's free, Jarrett Branthwaite to return. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go with Jordan Pickford because Dyche said that he would be back, so I'm going to go with him in goal. Then I'm going to go with let me see. Abdoulaye Doucouré. Then that Tim. Then I'm going to go with Jack Harrison on the right, on the left, Dwight McNeil, and up front, our new signing. I'm going to say him to go up front. I forgot how you pronounce his name. And begins with the letter N. I'm just trying to think what it's called, his name. Anyway, I can't remember his name right now, but I'm going to go with him up front. And also, it's going to be a very difficult game for Everton, as Everton have not won a pre-season friendly game yet away from Goodison. But as I said, I do think that Everton will be quite capable of winning Preston, who's a championship side, and Everton should be beating. But at the end of the day, as Dyche said, we're not looking at beating teams like that, as it's all about fitness. So I won't be too bothered if we do get beat. Because don't forget our proper side. If Branthwaite plays, then yeah, but the new signings haven't. Okay, if he doesn't start like how we would against Brighton, then that means he's not bothered about it. Because if he was, then he'd put a team out there to win and to get the goals, but he hasn't. So there's some certainty, but my prediction is going to be a 3-0 win to Everton. Everton to win the first pre-season friendly. But it's going to be a fairly typical game for Everton. Yes, I do know, but it is what it is. So, at the end of the day, I think we should try and win it. No matter what, just because it's pre-season. Who knows, but at the end of the day, if he can't, then he can't. If he doesn't set up to win, then he doesn't. But for my idea is that we should try and go out there, try and get the win, and if we can't, we can't. But for the vast majority, it is what it is. So that's my prediction. Let's see what Sean Dyche has to say in his press conference. His Everton manager, Sean Dyche. Enjoy.
Were good, the shape of the team, and a team that's played together, and a team that went close last season to getting promotion, and certainly in that performance, then you'd fancy that for this coming season. From our point of view, like I say, we're diluted so quickly now. You know, we're missing too many very important players. We're hoping they're going to come back sooner rather than later. We're bedding players in, and it's difficult when they're in this fitness period to just do any tactical shape and understanding. So, you know, we're trying to manage a lot and get it all right at once, when we know deep down there's 5, 6, 7 players have been very important to us, and they will be important again.
You've spoken about pre-season being a lot about fitness. Obviously, a few more the senior lads getting more minutes tonight. How important is that to keep ramping that work up?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, beyond the result, which is still important, by the way, make no mistake, but really we are trying to get players through these games. We're trying to get minutes. We're trying not to break them because of the other injuries we've got. The only thing I'm really disappointed in is the fact that you want players to come in and lay down a marker. You know, you want them to say, Gaffer, I'm ready. I'm obviously game ready, the way I'm playing, the way I'm going about it, and I didn't think we had too much of that tonight. Forget about the result. You're still looking for them sparks from players and them habits, and I thought habits were miles off first half and most of the game, to be fair. Some of that is the fact that we haven't got into that side of it, which we are doing now, quite obviously, the tactical side. But it's difficult when we're missing 7 players, or 6, 7 players, and bedding them in. We've got new players learning. It's all them things, But like I say, there's no excuse for that. I thought Mark's team were excellent tonight. And that's what you come across in the Premier League, actually, some real high-quality performances like that, because I thought they were on top of their game.
You mentioned several absences. Can you tell us about how they're doing and how close some of them might be?
Yeah, a bit better news with Tarky, so he might be around it. Miko as well might be around it the weekend, we'll see. Ganner as well might be around it. Jordan's obviously not back yet. Jake, we'll see on his fitness and stuff like that. Another, the newcomer to us. Forget the list now. There's a few more on top of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesper and Yusuf not here today as well.
No, more of a common sense thing with him. Just got here. He had a niggly thigh, nothing too heavy, so a bit more common sense with him. Another player's just getting up, Jared as well, making progress, but not quite there yet. I'm trying to think who else, but that's close to them anyway. That's close to the ones who are, like I say, 3 or 4. I think will be close for the weekend, but not so. There's still 2 or 3 we might have to protect beyond the weekend.
You touched on Jake O'Brien there, obviously confirmed signing today. How pleased are you to get that one done?
Yeah, I mean, another younger player is in his experience-wise. I think I'm looking for him to adapt quickly. Of course, we need that, and Ramili and Tim and the likes, adapt quickly into what we're doing and what it is. But he looks a good specimen, that's for sure. And I think he's got a good manner about him to come and play for Everton Football Club.
You mentioned the weekend as well, obviously ongoing work on the transfer side of things. Is that still ongoing?
Well, we're stretching what we can, using the finances that we can, and building deals that we can. So that's the moment in time.
Just touching back on the fitness work, you mentioned that there comes a point where we start tapering down as we come close to the Premier League season. At what point does that come, and how are things going on that front?
Yeah, I mean, the testing's been good, the physical output's been good. Like I say, the game readiness was miles off tonight. That's going to be the next step, quite obviously. Thursday will certainly be showing the lads where we're off tonight, showing these players, because if the injuries do stay, then we're looking for this group to come and step up to the mark. So some reminders on that, but certainly the tactical side comes into it more and more now over the next 2.5 weeks going into the first game of the season. The heavy work's done, the heavy lifting, as I call it, that's done. And then going into that tactical plan, that understanding, and hopefully with some of the familiar faces that we know have done very well, getting back involved as well.
Thanks for your time tonight.
Thank you.
Was Sean Dyche's press conference ahead of Everton's game. He was talking about the last game as well against Coventry, and that for me was an appalling game by every single Everton player, apart from the new signings. But it is what it is, isn't it? Who knows where this will lead, but let's hope that Everton get a massive win tomorrow afternoon up the toffees. And let's hope that we get the win. And of course, I'll be back a bit later on for your next update on the channel. So remember to hit subscribe to never miss an update. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye. Up the toffees.